Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to my latest live reaction to the latest One Piece chapter. I want to take a correction from last week. I did not know that there was a break, so we got the chapter this week. I thought it was coming out last week, but come to find out there was a break. So just want to reiterate that if you've watched my last live reaction of the previous chapter. So here we are now. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm pulling up the chapter right now. Okay, this is Peace Chapter 182, or excuse me, 1182, to be precise. Okay, and the chapter 182 is called. Let me look up this word real quick. Zeza. Okay, it's called Zeza, and we have a cover page spread with Fujitora. It's been quite a while since we've seen Fujitora, and he was actually one of my favorite admirals from Dressrosa. His character, I don't know. I really liked his moral standards as a One Piece character, even as a Marine. It's very admirable and respectful. Um, Cover page by Tanako Zu, serving a carefully prepared bowl of udon made by a fox and a tanuki. I'm getting a little flashback from when we very first got introduced to him way back in Dressrosa when they were actually in a noodle bar with Luffy and all them. The Straw Hats were. I think it was Sanji, Frankie, Zoro, and Luffy were all in that noodle bar, and he came in there and was at the gambling table. And I don't know, seeing him and his powers at the gambling table was pretty cool back then. Noodle bar too, because Luffy and them eating noodles and whatnot. Well, Luffy was. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get into this chapter. All right, I'm scrolling down. Uh, I'll make sure I'm really working for our reaction here. Okay. Imu was hit, but Loki's hold on, I'm trying to look up the name of this attack. Oh, it's Thorheim. I'm remembering now. It's his Thorheim. Yes, he used a fiery beam of Thorheim attack at him, and it pushed him into that cliff last chapter. Okay, so we're picking up. I still think that must be Imu speaking. Or it could be Ragnar. I'm wondering. Okay, here's Ragnar. Okay, I'm too big to keep track of him properly. Or that could be actually Loki. I'm sorry, because Loki. Yeah, that's Loki because he was complaining about him being too small originally when he attacked him. There's okay, we're getting a cliffhanger where he pushed him in the wall, and there he is. He's saying Nidhogg. To think thy art, and I would meet again in this world, traitor. It's making me wonder if he actually knew the original Nidhogg, just like who he knows how Nika is, and he addresses the characters that we've seen since we've been fully introduced with this arc and the flashbacks and everything with Emu, that he always addressed by the inherited will of who the original characters were from like the Void Century and all that. So he considers him a traitor here. Cuff, huff, huff. Okay, they're standing in front of him, and it doesn't look like Emu was really phased by this attack. I mean, he was hit by it, but he's standing back up. I wonder if he's going to attack again. I see that it's snowing here. Snow, of course. Lightning is born from colliding ice. Together, thy insurgency is extraminal. Scrolling down here. Okay, we're getting the next panel, and Emu speaking again. Ragnir, thy art, remember thee. Will it waiting all this time for a new master? Okay, so he's speaking directly to Ragnir, the squirrel, which is actually the fruit that he has, the power. How nostalgic. GGG. Ragnir the hammer, mystical squirrel fruit model Ragnir. How nostalgic. That's kind of an interesting word for him to be saying. Okay, I'm guessing he must know Ragnir from the centuries past. Because we know Emu is an old character that's still living today with his in the story, with his whole abilities here. Okay. I'm scrolling down. Oh, it looks like they're getting ready to attack each other again. Okay, yep. Ragnir's firing. I guess he's using the ice powers. He's saying, okay, let's do this. And Loki's charging up an attack in his Nidhogg form. Ragnia 5 arrows, and then Emu's responding with his Omen Niva Escape. Let me look up the name of this attack down here. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to look this up here. Stitzamitzel or Stitzamitzel Nova Escape. Titzamitzel is an Aztec goddess. Kaiji is an eclipse explosion. Niva Eclipse. Okay, so he's using some kind of an attack, explosive attack. I guess in counteracting Nidhogg's Nidhogg's Thorheim beam or blast. And there's an explosion. Yup, they're clashing with one another. I'm scrolling down. Okay, I see Bonnie here. Yeah, there's Bonnie and there's Gen. And it looks like they're observing what's going on, and she's stating scary. Bonnie, get back here. It's not like I'm going out there to fight, not against that guy anyway. I wonder if she senses exactly what's going on. She probably does. She's got to at least have some form of hockey to be able to sense that. Because we know she can use armament and all that. And then Lilith is like, damn right, it's my job after you now, and I won't let that happen. Still, I wonder, who is he? Oh, I wonder if that Lilith, which is actually she's sensing exactly what's going on over there. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Okay, it looks like we got like a 4-way panel here. Okay. And that's okay, that's Sanji laying on the ground, and I guess they're going to I guess he lands on the ground. Wait, Sanji, your injuries back down, Bonnie-chan. Okay, it looks like Sanji must have been in a fight. And then I'm seeing at the panel appear. Okay, Lilith is speaking about. I guess she's speaking about Emu through thinking with Vegapunk's mind, because Vegapunk's silhouette right here, left of the panel as she's talking. He's probably thinking with his mindset, because we know he's a clone, or she's a clone actually of his mind. I suppose it's only natural for a vast 8th century old organization to have some spam some dark shadows given its history of power struggles. If that's the case, he clearly outranks all the Knights of God here, but he's not one of the 5 elders. That's kind of an interesting statement coming from Lilith. So she must be recognizing through Vegapunk's memories and mind, because we know he's dealt with the 5 elders, particularly with Saint Saturn from the flashbacks within the Egghead arc, that he's even recognizing that this is not one of the 5 elders. that this is somebody else completely not the same individual, which Emu's above them. He's the secret ruler of the world of One Piece. The unofficial title of who sits on the empty throne. I see this panel on the left bottom here where they found Sanji here, and I'm gonna read it, and it looks like he's Killingham. Okay, he fought with Killingham, and he got freaking wrecked. Okay, I see in the flash. I see in this panel here. Sanji, I guess I don't need to deal with you after all. I gotta admit, it's crazy you're even breathing after that. Oh shoot! So he completely okay. So he fought with Killingham, and we know Killingham's body got completely recovered after Emu's arrival here, and he got both Killingham and Summer's body recovered completely with it, boosting up their immortality and then giving them that omen, boosting up that omen power that they have. Oh shoot. Man, Sanji got wrecked by this guy. And just a couple chapters ago, they just were toying with him and just freaking removed his body. Dang. I wonder if Sanji tried to fight this guy going all out, but the regeneration and the omen boost is not he didn't stand a chance against him, and he just got wrecked. Where are you going? I'm going to see through the mission I came here for. Can't you tell my power's overflowing now? Yeah, Killingham's giving him that dirty smile. Man, I just noticed here, helmet is even completely recovered, and it was completely smashed by Sanji prior. So his helmet even recovered pieces together. That's crazy. Okay. And now Toodles, oh shoot, he just freaking zaps off. I guess gallops up and out of there because he's got like killing his Sagittarius style body where he's like half human, half whatever he is, half horse. Toodles. So he just escapes and leaves Sanji there, and then Sanji's standing here. Looks like he's trying to get up. That prick hasn't even given up on kidnapping the children yet. Sanji. Okay, so Sanji's getting back up completely. We can't let everyone's efforts be in vain. Usopp and Luffy adore this country, and it's my personal duty to protect Elbap. Dang, Sanji, he's even remembering Luffy and Sanji, Usopp and admiration probably way back in the beginning of the series, like back in like Little Red Garden. I wonder if that's what he's remembering, their whole the whole admiration of them wanting to go to this this island way back in the beginning of the story. It's my duty to protect Elbap. It's the land of the giant beauties. Okay, Sanji's getting he's getting his we'll know his gimmick with ladies, okay? So he's getting a boost from that to keep going. Okay. So I guess then he's gonna go confront Killingham again. He's not gonna give up. I wonder if Sanji is going to get Conqueror's Haki Awakening this arc, because that seems to be the only way. I don't know how they're gonna counteract this own ability unless the Conqueror's Haki has the ability to break through it, because we saw what happened with Gabon and when he attacked Summers and he just was able to break through the immortality, but they have a boost with this omen, so I don't know how this is gonna work out here. So So he's gonna have to get some kind of ability to counteract this, some kind of power up fighting to him, even stand a chance against this guy or any of these holy knights now that have this omen boost from presence here in Elbath. Okay, we're going to the Owl Library. I'm scrolling down. I'm guessing this is back with Robin and Saw. To think that this back door led to an underground passage. Yeah, I'm guessing this is the aftermath of the fire and all that was put out. This room is unbelievable. You saved the books from the fire and brought them here. Hey, there's the owl. Oh, he did recover all the books. Yeah, because I wonder if a lot of these books were originally from O'Hara that they saved, and he was able to save them. And Robin's going to have a chance to go through this arc and figuring out maybe whatever the missing links of the history that she's needing to complete the puzzle of the history that able to hear. Maybe to give us some leading up to the next couple of arcs now that we're kind of coming into the closest that we've ever been to finding the Laugh Tale and One Piece and all that now. And the back history of the Void Century that's long since disappeared. Okay, I see Robin holding Saw there, and then there's the Bully Owl. He survived. And then there's Robin. She's like, "Thank you. I thought they all had been reduced to ashes." And then Saw's like, "Yeah, I'm grateful too, but I'm starting to see you're more of a mystery than I first reckoned." Biblo. Okay, so that's good. That's good to we finally got some insight that the books, the history books that they've been able to keep in Elbath for this whole time, that they actually did survive fire. Because Killingham freaking just set all that on fire, man. With his flaming arrows way back in the beginning of this arc, when they first arrived on the scene here. Okay, we're going down to the next page. Okay, it looks like we're going to another place in Elbath. Western Village, Sea Cloud Port. Western Village, Tree Canopy, Rainbow Entry. Heave ho. Okay, there's a ship. Is that a ship coming up or coming in? Wait a second. Is that the ship that they knocked down when Summers and then we're trying to lead the kids in? Because I don't think we're getting somebody else arriving on Elbath, are we? Because this is exactly where the ship got knocked down when Luffy and Loki arrived and he punched Summers down. And they rescued all the children and the falling off the edge. Whoa, okay. I'm seeing a massive panel here of the ship, and then it's like somebody's floating above it. Is that can't be Killingham, is it? Nah, this isn't somebody else. I thought this might have been somebody else coming on the scene here. Okay. Okay, I'm scrolling down here. Oh, there's Summers, like, once again. There's Summers fully recovered and back in action here with his whole Omen just flaming on himself. Okay, hello. There, Summers here. No, wait. Make sure that Super Summers, I found a sustainable giant ship. Okay, so it's not somebody else. Okay, that's him. That's... Okay. I guess he found another thing, his powers to... He's probably using that Thorn ability that he has to try and muster the ship up, down, and placing it here. I found a sustainable giant ship. Get the brats over here in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so they're going to try and get the kids again? Holy cow. And they're not giving up on this at all. Man, somebody's just going to have to fight Summers. I don't know who. I don't know if Zoro's going to end up coming in here and clashing with him or what. Because it seems like we already got our match with Killingham and Sanji. That's already now been determined with what we just saw just a couple panels ago. Excuse me. Okay. Western Village Tavern. And now it looks like they're seeing the probably the fire back and forth between Loki and Emu. Look at the forest. It's a war zone out there. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Oh, there's Chopper and Gerd. Yeah, because Gerd had Summers in her hand, and that's when Emu came in there and just freaking butchered her hands, and she didn't even feel it until after because he came in there so freaking fast. Okay, yep. It looks like I see Chopper. Okay, he's bandaging her up here. It was a clean cut, so this treatment should reattach your fingers, but it'll take a couple of months to heal completely. Thank you, Chopper. I feel so useless. I'm supposed to be treating everyone myself. It can't be helped. Don't beat yourself up about it. Okay, so he's helping her, bandaging her up and treating her because she got injured from Emu. Dang. Yeah, man, he freaking injured her hand like just like they're just like nothing. Like a like like that. What that blade is. Okay, now I'm seeing a major panel here of all the kids and the other new giant war pirates here. Thank you, Chop. Thank you, Dr. Chopper. You saved our moms. It's just first aid once we're out of this mess. I'll treat them properly. Oh, good son. Is this a dream? My top my top idol's fingers were severed. I humbly offer my fingers if you need a donor. She's like, I'm good. How cold, and yet even your spite is something I'm grateful for in these trying times. Okay, I'm scrolling down here. Okay, it looks like we're getting some more dialogue between them here. Okay, and then there's Gerd speaking here. She's like, I have to give it to you, Thrill, risking your life to save your brother Bunjan. I have a newfound respect for you. Don't get too excited, Roy. You're making your wounds gash blood. I'm on I'm high on Gush. Oh gosh. And I was just starting to look up to you. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I mean, okay, so we're getting kind of a I mean, the last couple of chapters, we've kind of just been jumping back and forth between what's going on in Elbath because of all this chaos that's been breaking out on the island with now Emu here and everything. So I wonder where we're going now because look, we're going to a whole nother scene here. Okay. Oh, Zoro group. Okay, Western Village near, excuse me, near the ports group. Okay, so we're going back over to where Zoro was. Man, Zoro got pummeled by Emu when he tried to go up there and confront him when he first came on Elbath here. Okay, I see Zoro and I see one of the other giants here. Sorry about that, Skorberg. I'll take too long without a giant's long strides. It's okay. I'm the only member of the giant pirates who hasn't suffered any major wounds in this battle. Okay, so Zoro's riding on his back. It looks like here. Besides, this is a crisis for Elbath to even have you fighting alongside us. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I see. All right. Sorry, y'all. I kind of lost my place in the panel here. I think we're kind of getting to the end of this chapter now. I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right. There's Zoro riding on his back. Okay. Let's see. He's speaking here. Don't sweat it. Our captain's motto is basically "My friend's country is my country." No wonder Hydrogen pledged himself in. Yeah, because remember, we Hydrogen was actually the very first giant pre time or excuse me post time skip that we got introduced way back Rosa when he came and fought in the Coliseum with Luffy and all the rest of the fighters. and he actually was there. He actually was a part of the Grand Fleet, but I guess he went back to Elbath, and now he's here joining in. We finding out that he's actually Loki's half brother, which that was pretty cool finding that out. A character from arcs and arcs ago is kind of back in the story, and now he's connecting with everything going on here. Okay. So, okay, I see Zoro, and Zoro looks like he has something in his hand. I wonder what that is. But what's with these black flames? They turn into steel bullets and explosives, and those knights we beat seem to have powered up. Hmm. Zoro's really using his head this arc. I'm just saying, some of the stuff that we're seeing with the dialogue, it's kind of interesting. And I guessing he's examining, he's seeing what these are here, these orb-looking things he has in his hand, and he's holding it up. If we don't wrap this up soon, it's going to get ugly. He's actually right. If they don't, they're going to have to wrap this up somehow. I don't know. They're going to have to come up with a plan here. I don't know if somebody's going to end up sacrificing themselves, as sadly say that, because I don't see Imu coming down this arc. I just don't. He's not going to fall this arc. He's probably going to have to end up being sent back to Maurice Joie somehow. Or something. I don't know. I think once Luffy recovers and he out of his little food coma there, he's gonna come clashing in Gear 5, and we're gonna get some dialogue after the first 800 years between Joy Boy and Emu, and he's gonna jump in with this clash between him and Loki, probably within the next chapter or so. I'm guessing here, and we're probably gonna find out more of what's going on here with what they're probably going to stop the other two giants, Killingham and Summers too, with him trying to get the children again. Okay, going into the next panel. Okay, Western Village Port. Summers, I've gone and done it now. I summoned something insane. Killingham, don't tell me. I'm afraid so. I accidentally summoned what I'm most scared of. I just got carried away. Oh, shoot. What in the world? What is he doing here? Okay, because he's talking back and forth on Addendum Bushi with Summers and Killingham. Both are talking here. You stupid idiot. That thing is terrifying for all of us. Don't tell me you can control it. Well, it's a dream demon, so probably... Well, what's done is done. Just hurry, we're running out of time. And where's Gunko? I saw her on the way here. She looked dead. What? Okay, I see they're... Okay. I'm wondering if this is going to go really fast-paced now, because I just don't see anybody taking an L. I mean, both sides, it's going to come to a clash, is what I'm thinking. Or not a clash, it's going to come to where both sides are going to end up... They're going to give it... I think that the Holy Knights and Emu are going to end up backing down, and they're going to end up going and leaving, probably going back to Maurice Joie, if, probably... If Killingham and Summers might be defeated this arc, and then Emu probably ends up retreating back to Maurice Joie for whatever happens. I don't know if the clash with Luffy's going to end up resulting in something, or I'm even thinking whether Vivi's going to end up maybe coming. I don't know, you all. This thing could this climax of where we're kind of sitting right now is kind of getting interesting with everything that's happening right now within Elbath. Okay, let me finish the rest of this panel here. Well, whatever the great Emu's body isn't meant to be out in this world. That's a fact. But now our key combat forces and the forces that must be erased are all right here. We must not disappoint the Great One. We must live up to expectations, Killingham, of course. Okay, so like I just said, it seems like they're going at a fast pace now, because even Summers is recognizing that Emu can't be... He's exposing himself out here to the world, coming all the way to Elbath himself like this. And leaving Maurice Joie and appearing in this form that his grand entry into coming here. Okay. Let me scroll down. I think we're getting to the end of the chapter here. Western Village. It's raining cats and dogs all of a sudden. What's going on? The water's going to flood the inside. Don't let the injured get wet. Okay, so now the weather's changing in Elbath now to where it went from snow to now it's downpouring. Oh, shoot. Here comes... Is that Killingham again? Go! Capture those brats! Oh, shoot. This is that dream monster that he must have formed. Okay, that must be what he's commanding it because he was talking with Summers over the Den Mushi here in the dialogue I just read there, a panel or two before. Oh shoot, there it is, and it's grabbing the kids again. Their second attempt to kidnap children. Help! There's something outside. Okay, so it's like a massive hand that's grabbing the kids. Yep, there's Killingham. Oh shoot. For those of us born above the clouds, the idea of water falling from the sky is terrifying. We've always heard stories, not only about the D-Clan and Nika, but also the monster known as the Rain God, the one who hails the rural realm with water from overhead. Wait, there's another god here? The Rain God. The D-Clan and Nika. Okay, this is some interesting dialogue coming from Killingham here. Holy cow! This is what this thing looks like? This monster? Holy cow. It appears with the raiment of the rain dance. Whoa, Zena, now that's terrifying. Okay, that kind of, they named the chapter that in the beginning of the title, the same Zaza. Now that's frightening. Man, this rain god is huge. He's just flooding the entire area. What I find most scary, rain god. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My page is freezing up here. Zeza. So this is the rain god Zeza. I'm bringing them over now. Get ready, Summers. We can still send sail whenever. Oh wow, they're definitely going for the children again. Not good. There's a commotion in the village. Okay, Zoro's on his back here. Should we go back? And then I see Sanji. No, I'll be fine. Okay, so Sanji's coming over here. Oh, shoot. I guess Okay, Zoro must see Sanji on the other side of the panel here, and they're both looking back towards the village. And Zoro's yelling at him, don't screw this up. And Sanji's like, right back at you. And that's the end of the chapter. Wow, okay. End of One Piece chapter 1182. The race to save Elbath. And I see there's a break next week. Wow. Okay. Man, it looks like we're going to be getting some... I wonder if we're going to be getting some Sanji and Zoro action next chapter, man. This is getting quite exciting against this Rain God. I wonder if both of them are going to go confront both Killingham and Summers now. or actually they're going to try and confront this rain god first. Holy cow, man. Man, we're going to be getting some Sanji and Zoro action next chapter. Getting exciting, man. All right, you all. I'll give it a 1 out of 10. I'm at a 9. Okay, because these chapters back to back to back like this have been extraminable and great uh, dialogue and everything with these chapters. This is exciting. I mean, this is just good stuff. All right, you all. I'll see you all. I guess week. This series of these live reactions. So, I'm gonna leave it with that. We're gonna be getting Sanji and Zoro action with whatever's gonna happen next year with the cliffhanger to face the rain god, and Killingham and Summers are both trying to get the children now, and we're probably also gonna have to get some other dialogue. Eventually, Luffy's gonna end up clashing back in here where Loki is, and we're probably gonna get a meeting after all these years between him and not himself, but I'm gonna say Joy Boy and not Nika, Emu. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Today's the day of salvation. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, who should believe it should not perish but have everlasting life. If you believe that Jesus Christ was buried and he rose again on the third day for your sins according to the scriptures in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 3 and 4, and that salvation is a free gift, Ephesians chapter 2 verses 8 and 9, for by grace are you saved through faith, and that it is not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. So if you choose to believe that today, you will be saved, and that is the free gift of salvation that God has given to you and to the world. And I just want to share that to leave it off with this chapter. So God bless, and you take care, and we'll